And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast, man. We're here with Steve from accounting. Money Monday. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
All right, and we're back. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast, man. Regular edition. We're here with Steve from accounting, a.k.a. Money Monday, man. It's about to be tax season very soon, so we brought the expert in the house. Steve, welcome to the show, man.
Welcome
Thank
back.
You. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, it's always good.
It's always good. Yeah, and it's actually tax season now. It's like we're in the thick of it right now. So.
Yeah.
And you saved us, bro. I want to save a bunch of money ourselves, other clients.
Yeah.
You're the guy, bro. So thank you.
Yeah, you guys got in early, and we did a lot of planning right in the beginning, and it worked out. So.
So I guess for most people, they want to know, okay, for taxes, how do I legally?
Well, we should have him introduce himself first, right?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Good.
For those that might not be familiar with you, man, can you introduce yourself to the people?
Yeah, we know who you are, but
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm Steve from accounting, they call me. So I'm a CPA of over 25 years. I practice in west coast of Florida, Sarasota and Bradenton. I got a couple of practices there, and yeah. So and I've had a health imaging company for about 7 years in Florida, and then I sold that back in 13, and then I just went full time doing the CPA stuff.
Yeah. And you specialize in working with entrepreneurs, business owners, real estate investors, pretty much, right?
I run the gamut. I have small business owners, a lot of real estate guys, ton. High net worth individuals. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Anything else for us before we get into it, man? I mean,
last time you were on the show, well, actually, probably the second time, you brought up something that happened in the past with family. You want to get the update on that or not really?
Yeah. So I mean, we're still dealing with that, and then the past couple of years. That's why I've been like off of social media. I had Patreon. I had a bunch of guys that were following me on that for a while. So yeah, we've my brother and I have been like putting a lot of work into that over the past year and a half now. So things are getting ready to kick off. I can't say too much about that right now because we're in litigation right now, not only criminally but civilly as well. So. But so I appreciate you, talking about that. But yeah, it's been, I had a tragedy. My son was 22 years old. Woke up one morning. He was just walking, doing his morning routine. He used to do like 10-minute walks. He followed this guy called Stan Efferton, and he was a gifted athlete. Getting almost ready to. He was throwing in the mid-90s at 17. He was like 93, 94 miles an hour. Yeah. He was a lot of teams were looking at him, getting a lot of questionnaires, and 22 years old, somebody just walked up to him, shot him in the stomach for no reason at all.
Yeah. No, our condolences, Stephen. Obviously, thank you for making the time to come out.
Yeah. And Steve has been dealing with this for a while.
Yeah.
Still
This is
content
back from 2022.
Giving value. So shout out to you for being here still, Steve.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Still making things happen. And I think a big part of what you're doing is for your son, because he's the one that got you on the internet, right?
Yeah. So I started this group because, you guys help young men trying to level up. And that was kind of like the whole purpose of what I was doing, is just trying to get a bunch of young guys to come in and, they want to, learn how to do startups properly, get structured properly, and just general business advice and general life advice as well, just forming like a guys group. So we had that going for a while, and then kind of things really ramped up on the criminal case of, dealing with my son. So kind of got sidetracked, but I'm trying to pick that up now. Right? Yeah.
No, I mean, because I know you guys had like worked together before with the internet stuff, and he was helping you out. But yeah, our deepest condolences. So I guess what's new with you, man? I guess besides that, like what else has been going on? Because I know you've been working really hard with helping guys with crypto. You're one of the few accountants that like deals with people on crypto.
Yeah.
Not many accountants even touch that because of obviously how new it is and how people might say, oh shit, this is very volatile. But what's new with you in general?
So, it's basically putting my head down, after almost 2 years of trying to deal with my son's case and trying to keep my, everything with the business going. I was dealing with the guys, Charlie and Miguel was dealing with them for like a few quarters. They had those courses that they're doing. I think they're still doing them.
Yeah.
I think they were on your show, guys. I think like last month or something. They were on there. And so basically, I was teaching in there. I was doing a few tax segments in their courses as well. And then, just basically the market kind of cooled off. 2023, 2024 wasn't too crazy with crypto. Kind of cooled off a little bit.
Until Trump came back in.
Now Trump's back in. Trump's a big crypto guy, big proponent. He's going to do the Bitcoin reserve and, Ethereum and Ripple and everything. So I think, this year is.
Can you explain to the audience like what that means and what that means for the future of like taxes and.
So now, on the way over, I was kind of updating myself on the IRS, and what they're doing is the Operation Hidden Treasure. So Operation Hidden Treasure basically started in 2022, and what the IRS is doing, because a lot of these guys, they're kind of like they go against the grain with they're not like they're trying to develop a monetary way of exchanging goods and services. It's called crypto. It's basically, it's hidden. So you don't know who the owner of that crypto is. And you do these transactions on chain. So the IRS in 2022 started the Operation Hidden Treasure, which I talked about that in the past. But they, since then, they've, I think they've audited a few thousand people. They've recovered maybe like $12 million in people that didn't report their gains. But what they're doing is they're doing a ton of on-chain analysis. So they have tools, they have AI that they're implementing. They're training people on trying to track down where basically people who are not complying with crypto and reporting it every year. It's going to get basically more sophisticated, and they're going to have better tools to track these people. So they're going after the big fish now. They're kind of just data collecting right now. So I think a lot of these people right now, they're thinking, I didn't report my crypto for the past 2 or 3 years, and essentially. And
this is obviously only when they took it out, right?
So what do you mean, like when they offboard? No, it's just when you're doing like flipping crypto on an exchange. Yeah, whenever you flip, like if I flip Ethereum for Ripple, there's a cost basis to when I bought that Ethereum, and there's a the price of when I sold it and traded it for let's say Ripple.
Yeah, so that is a taxable event.
Anytime you're flipping coins, it's a taxable event. Yeah.
So you're telling me all the guys went to Puerto Rico to kind of like just avoid all this stuff?
Well, those guys are good because if they did it, if they started their crypto portfolios, after they got to the island and then they became a resident of the Puerto Rico, then all their gains basically are tax free.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean that's huge, and that's one of the things in Puerto Rico that that's very attractive. That the economy, the government there, did to attract a lot of investment and stuff like that. But the problem with that is now you have these people coming in with a lot of money and they're buying up the real estate there and they're driving up the prices, similar to what they did like in Florida with COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you guys can attest to. But so that's becoming now a problem where a lot of people now on the island that are native there, that were born there and maybe been there, their family's been there for generations, are now leaving there and come to the States because there's not a lot of economic opportunity. The real estate there is too high for them now, and so there's that part of it. So it's kind of like a touchy issue there.
Yeah. What about guys that made the money or crypto wallets here in America and they want to move to Puerto Rico after the fact?
So that what happens is now the date that you move and you become a resident of Puerto Rico, then you have to basically that crypto that you had in the States prior to that is going to be subject to the U.S. jurisdiction for taxes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So Trump's in office now. Things are looking better for most people. Wink, wink. Let's say the future tariffs, taxes, even business owners. Is that a good thing for us moving forward, the taxes?
So I was going to tell you, we're going to talk about, so the IRS is, Trump is talking about abolishing the IRS, right? So now we're talking about, now we have things as the government has to, fund every year, right? We have to fund Medicare, we have to fund Social Security, Medicaid, defense spending, all of that stuff had to be funded by revenue from the Internal Revenue Service. So taxes, 50% of the income that the government makes to fund this comes from individual people like you and I. That when we report our taxes, basically, 1.5 trillion of that is collected through individuals, and there's like our 1.2, I think, is from from like payroll taxes. So like, everybody says, oh, companies don't pay, corporations don't pay taxes. They do actually, because they're hiring people and they pay people W-2 wages, and then they have to kick in taxes. So, for there's called the employer portion and the employee portion of taxes for payroll. So the corporations have to kick in employment taxes. So basically that takes care of about $3 trillion. And then, there's tariffs is only like, I think maybe 300 billion. Tariffs only collect like maybe 300 billion. So it's only like 2% across the board. So you would have to increase tariffs on all goods coming into the United States to close to about 60% to make up the difference if you abolish the IRS and got rid of all the revenue that the IRS is collecting every year.
Oh, shit.
So that means what? You're going to basically, Walmart becomes
You ain't
Whole
importing
Foods.
nothing, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like it's like Walmart's Whole Foods overnight.
Yeah.
So everything's going to be expensive. So we're dealing with that, and then essentially, I think it's kind of like he's using it more of a strategy to deal with other countries to get us a better deal.
Yeah,
basically in trade, right? I think everybody,
and to incentivize business owners here to not import stuff.
Correct.
Because a lot of Democrats criticize the tariffs. They're like, hey, this actually is going to lead to more inflation, but the purpose is for it to stave off people importing stuff. Which, yes, they're going to pass that price price adjustment and increase to the consumer, but the incentive here is to basically get them to start sourcing locally instead.
Correct. And then, also we got Apple coming in. We got the chip maker and the biggest company that makes the chips.
Yeah.
And Taiwan's coming. They're doing like 600 billion, I think. Japan committed to 1 trillion to invest in the United States for manufacturing. Apple, we said it was 500 billion, and then there's a couple, so I think they said total it's like 3 trillion right now of investment of companies coming in so they can avoid the tariffs. And it's basically, and then they're going to get,
so that's good.
Correct. And then they're also going to get better.
If you look at the tariff itself, it sucks, but people don't understand all the positives that come from it. It's a domino effect.
Right. We got to run the country like a business. That's why I appreciate the way it's being handled. And you got like Elon Musk, and you could say what you want about him, but they're running it like a business, and that's the way the government should be run.
Yeah, getting rid of bloat and everything else.
Yeah,
that's chronic of the government.
Yeah, because we got a $2 trillion dollar deficit every year. Just the interest payments that the government pays every year is $900 billion, basically $1 trillion every year, just in interest only payments.
Yeah. That's crazy.
We're spending $6.5 trillion. 1 trillion of that is
interest.
I mean, if you ran your household like that, I mean, it's
cooked.
Yeah, no business would be in business if they ran it like that. It's just ridiculous. You're bringing in $4.5 trillion, and then you're spending six and a half.
But
trillion.
the government doesn't have to be efficient, and that's why they've been able to do this dumb shit for so long.
And also, you know where the money's going.
Yeah, where's that?
Well, it's going to Israel. We know that.
A lot
of it is going
to
Israel.
wars, man.
We know a lot of it is going to Israel.
Yeah, man. But
and the Ukraine.
And Ukraine and everywhere else.
Yeah. But not here. To the homeless in LA.
So, guys, the number calling to the show, you get a chance to talk to Steve. Our accountant, 646-490-0394. Again, that number is 646-490-0394. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about as far as
well, the big thing to mention right now is so not many people know this, so I'm just going to say it's the 2017 Jobs Tax Act cut. Basically lowered taxes across the board on a lot of areas, in the standard deduction, in the tax rates, basically like 2% across the board. Even the amount of income where, because we have a graduated tax system. So even the highest level of tax right now, it doesn't, like the 37% tax rate doesn't kick in until you make over 600,000, right? So if this year those all expire, it's called sunset. They sunset in 2025. So right now, I think the administration is trying to get those renewed, because basically it's going to raise everybody's taxes about 2.5% across the board. Basically the level of income is going to go down to once you make over 400,000, you're going to get killed. That's what we had prior to 2017.
So anything over 400,000, which puts you typically in the top 1% or top, I think 500K is top 1%. But either way, you'll be in the top 2% with 400K a year. So you're going to pretty much get killed at that point.
Right.
Would it be fair to say, Steve, once you start making $400,000 a year or more, you need to start really seriously looking at real estate.
I mean,
to kind of cut back on that tax liability.
Yeah, we talked about this before. I think real estate is probably of my client base. If I take a demographic of it, and we know this to be a true fact, is they're the most wealthy. They're the ones like towards the end of their when they're done working, whatever, cash out properties. They have money that they can liquidate that and live off of it. Basically, even the rental income, if they still have those properties, they're maintaining them or they have somebody running it for them. Because it's not always easy to run rental properties. It's
a pain in the ass.
So you got people managing it for you. But if you had to do that and do this at the same time, you go crazy.
Yeah, no, I would never be able to do it.
I mean, technically, you still got to take up phone calls because they're gonna ask you questions. What if you got property overseas, like let's say Colombia, I don't know, Brazil? Would that factor in taxes you got to pay to as well as a U.S. citizen?
So basically, that property would be in the jurisdiction of wherever it's at, and every country has slightly different tax, nuances to it. But the U.S. is one of only 2 countries that taxes you on your worldwide income. So it's a potential possibility that you would have to report that here, but then you would get what's called a tax credit. So let's say you had a property in Colombia and you paid. You reported it in Colombia, you had rental income, and you reported everything on that property in Colombia, right? And you paid your taxes in Colombia. Whatever that amount is that you paid in Colombia, you get credit for here. So you would let the IRS know when you report here that, you have this, maybe foreign bank account, foreign asset, and but you paid the Colombian jurisdiction their fair share, whatever it was, and then you get a credit here. You'll do like the exchange rate basically, and then you'll get a credit on your 1040 here in your tax return for paying that foreign taxes. It's called a foreign tax credit.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we got the phone lines up.
Yep, 646-490-0394, guys. It's a great chance to get. You got Steve on the line. You can ask him all your tax questions.
By the way, he's not cheap. By the way, at all. He's doing this as a favor to us.
Y'all will be able to talk to
you
him.
Guys.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we should bring Steve on Wednesday when we do our Zoom call.
Well, you guys were talking about doing a show. A bunch of guys have been asking about like how to become an accountant, how to become a CPA.
Oh shit!
That was one that we had talked about before, and I said, yeah, I'd love to. I could give everybody the.
We should do that actually because that's a career field that people probably need.
We'll do it on the Zoom call.
We'll do it on a Zoom.
But we could do a preface here a little bit. If you guys have questions.
Yeah, we can.
Basically.
Then you can go all the way in.
Yeah.
How much time do you think you need to? Because should we dedicate an episode to it, or do you want to do it today? It's up to you.
Look, we could try to answer as much today. Okay. And yeah.
Guys, get your questions in. You got a CPA here. Not only is he a CPA, but he runs his own CPA business. So wealth of knowledge on the tax code. Once again, we make available to you guys our resources. You guys talk to our real estate guys, our accountants, etc., lawyers. So we got you on ninjas.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and get somebody on the line. 646-490-0394. Again, that number is 646-490-0394. And just so you guys know, as usual, if you super chat in, you can skip the line, put the last 4 digits of your number. Most screening of the calls. You can see them all coming in. So,
yes.
Go ahead, Bo. Take it away.
5457, you are up. 5457, you are up. He left.
All right. Who's up next?
I like the chat. It says, scroll down on that one. The chat says, "Do you get credit for prostitutes in Colombia?"
What the heck?
These guys are crazy.
Yo, insane.
That is funny.
Question,
clowns, bro.
Do you though?
What?
It's not a business write-off, right? You got to get pretty creative.
Fresh, why are you curious?
No, because some guys actually do that for a living though.
Oh,
like you'd be surprised. They spend 2 months, 3 months here, and they go over there to like have fun after, and then come back
I got
to
a few
America.
clients that
Yeah,
do
but
that.
how do you write that off though?
That's true.
This is a business expense.
Research.
Colombia's so overrated, bro.
They're doing research.
Colombia's so overrated,
Fresh
man.
is not lying.
No, I know niggas that do that.
You've been to Colombia, right?
Yeah, back in the day though.
back in the
Nowadays,
day,
you know what it is, bro? The secret's out. It's saturated now. Niggas from
everybody's there.
all over there is not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We have 5875. You're up. 5875. You're up.
5875. Yo, what's up?
All right, so this question isn't necessarily like for anybody in particular, and you guys can answer. But my question basically is, 2020, going to be 21 in like a month, and like I make $14 an hour, And when I don't have the car, my brother uses the car to like work his job. So basically, my question right now is, what could I do to like make more money or get out of the matrix? You would say.
Okay, $14 an hour.
What do you do for what do you do for work?
Your brother's car. Yeah.
I work at
Walmart.
Yeah.
How old are you?
20, finna be 21 coming up.
Are you in college? Or are you in trade school or anything?
Nah, I dropped out of community college.
Do you work full time?
No, I work part time.
Oh, you got to get a full time job. Start there.
Around $1,400 a month, probably.
Yeah, you got to get a full time job, and then you're going to need a car, so you're going to have to figure that out.
Agreed. Step one. You need to up your hours, bro, and then if you can, get another job so that you can save up and get a car, and then Fresh could definitely help you as far as like getting a car. What would you recommend from?
Well, do you have any goals, bro, at all for yourself, man? Because I mean, at 20, 22,
yeah.
21.
Once I figure out like what I really want to do in life, my goal is like, since I like watch you guys are like, you know, like invest like my money into like all different sorts of things, like real estate.
Nice.
Real estate, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, things like that you guys talk about on you guys' show.
Yeah, good stuff, man. All right, well, if as far as the car goes, man, I would recommend you getting something reasonable you can afford and pay off pretty quickly. I remember back in the day, I had a 2002 Camry, 120,000 miles on it, and I got it for $4,000. I put $2K down, and within that year, I paid $2K off. My credit score went all the way up, bro. It was crazy. So something small you can actually pay off.
I'll tell you. You want to hear a true story? Okay, I used to drive.
There you go.
I drove a Chevette. All right, I got kicked out of my house at 17. All right, I was sleeping in.
Damn. For what?
It's just my parents were very strict. I was breaking curfew. They caught me jumping on my roof and trying to climb in the window, and I was just hanging out like, you know, I was supposed to, they wanted me home at 11:30, not even midnight. You know, I was like 17 years old. I was hanging out till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Man, Puerto Ricans don't play, man.
They don't play.
Yo.
Mommy, papi don't play. So they threw all my shit out, whatever. So anyway, long story short, I got a car for $300. I mean, you know, in today's terms, whatever. But that car, I used to have to put a hanger in the windshield to keep it up, and it was cold in New York. Let me tell you, that thing used to drop, and it was like bright raining. It would fall. You get all the cold air in, and then I didn't even have the money to get it registered. And what I did, I went to an apartment complex. I wouldn't suggest doing this. And I took 2 license plates off from another car and put it on my plate just to drive it around so it had license plates. And I did that for a few months until I had enough money to get the registration. And my dumbass went back to that apartment complex to return the license plates. And obviously, you know, the people figured they had to get new license plates. So,
Wow.
I'm not saying to do that, no. But I'm saying, like,
I have $4,000.
Listen, I've been where you're at. You just got to work. And what I did is I went to school full time and I worked full time. And you just got to grind. And I said, you know, I said to myself, listen, the pain of what I got to do in the next 3 to 4 or 5 years is going to be a lot better. It's going to pay off for me because I used to look at people in my job that were like 30, 40, and they were miserable, making shit money, getting nowhere. They had no education, and I said, I'm just going to I'm just going to focus my attention on doing that and putting in the work now so it pays off later versus me struggling the rest of my life until I'm 30 and 40. So just grind, man. Just put you got to go through the pain.
Look, this is some good advice from Steve. This is simple, bro. Write your goals down on either a dry erase board or a notebook in your room. Get every morning before you go to work, read your goals out, put it in your mind, and then focus on that. You go to work every day, not to stay there, but to become better and try to find a way out. And thirdly, of course, with the car, get a cheap car you can afford. Put like maybe $500 to $1,000 down on the car, pay it off within that year, boost your score up, and a Toyota Camry, a Honda Civic, something simple you can afford that's not too expensive. And like a 2025. Sorry, no, 2012.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Just something to get you from here to there. You know, that's all you need.
Nothing crazy.
You need a set of wheels to get you here and there.
Yeah.
You know,
so, And look, listen, bro, $14 an hour, it sucks, but you gotta start somewhere. So don't look at it as a bad thing.
But yeah, at least
full time.
If you can go full time, go full time. I mean, if they're offering it,
at least, bro.
But get the car situation figured out. Just try to find something cheap.
You got it, man. You got this, bro.
Yeah, I would say just whatever you do, try to get a car where the payment is low or you own it outright, man. Car payments are a scam.
Yeah, and plus, if you have no credit, they're going to kill you on the rate, and the rates are high right now.
Well, this is the good part. If you get the car,
I have a decent credit score, I would say, but I only been building credit for like a year though.
nah, nigga, what's credit score, bro? You said decent.
711.
That's not bad.
Are you Indian?
What?
Never mind. Cool, bro. Listen.
Nah, I'm black, nigga.
We need that. We need that at 780, bro. So listen, I'm telling you right now, bro. Here's the sauce. You get a car you can pay off in full. You say you got $4K to your name. Get a car for like 2-3K max. You put
No, in credit. I meant in credit.
I understand, nigga. You put 1K down, right? You only owe like 2K left. Pay the car off over a period of time, 6 months to a year, if you need that much time. The car's paid off in full. Credit scores all the way up, and you got a car paid off. W, bro. At your age, is awesome. And then we go up another car. You have history and credit now. Ka-ching.
Yeah, that goes right on your credit report. Excellent.
So there you go, bro.
Again, appreciate it. It was an honor to be on the show. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro. Good stuff.
All right, who's up next?
Come again.
6249, you are up. 6249, you are up.
Hey, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me go to the bathroom real quick.
Yo, get this thing off the phone,
Hey, y'all,
bro.
might
Who's
go to the
next,
bathroom
man?
real quick.
This nigga, bro.
Nah, nigga, get this thing off the
You
phone,
guys are
bro. Who's
funny.
next, man?
Bro, what the hell?
I'm gonna call into the show and say I need to use the bathroom, nigga. Nah, get this nigga out of here, bro. Come on, man. Who's next?
All right, who's up next, bro?
8048, you
Somebody
are
set a
up.
G break.
Funny.
80
They're clowning.
8048, you are up.
Oh,
8048.
yeah, it's going. Hello?
Yo,
What's going on, man?
Can y'all hear me?
yeah, we got you, bro.
got you,
What's
man.
up? What's your question?
Oh, that's perfect. Hey, so look, I'm on probation right now, but I get off probation next year, and I plan to go to the Army National Guard for 36 Bravo financial maintenance technician. And then so that's gonna be National Guard. Then when I come out here in the civilian world, I plan on going to sales or being a financial advisor. So my question is, what sales industry should I
bro.
go in,
Hold on,
or should I do
hold on,
financial
bro.
advisor?
Yo, you said you're on probation?
For what?
Yeah, so I was originally in the Army, then I got out and I got caught up in some old shit. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying, doing my time right, and I'll be cool. But that's my question.
Bro,
So
can you go back in? Is it a felony?
Yeah, I gotta. No, yeah, it's a felony, but I'm in. Yeah, it's cool. I got a reentry code 3.
It's
then
cool?
once I get off, I can go back in.
Wait,
Yeah.
So the military let you back in with a felony conviction?
Yeah, no, my discharge from the Army was a general under honorable conditions. But when I came out, I got indicted for some old shit. But
Yeah,
it's cool.
But bro, what I'm trying to explain to you is that like that's cool. You got an honorable discharge, but I think if you get convicted of a felony, bro, you can't serve the armed forces because
No,
you can't
I'm
have a
in
gun.
VTC, so the judge, he gonna wipe it off my record.
What?
They can do that?
Yeah, the thing.
Oh,
It's called Veterans Treatment Court.
you think or you
What's
know?
it called? Veterans what?
No, it's called VTC, Veterans Treatment Court. That's the thing.
VTC?
Mhm.
All right, Mo, can you fact check that real quick? Because, bro, here's the thing, bro.
So is he dealing with the military?
When you get a felony conviction, this is what ends up happening. You can't bear arms. You lose your Second Amendment right. So, like, obviously, in the armed forces, half the name says armed. So it's like, if you get a felony conviction, bro, your ability to bear firearms is pretty much gone. So I don't know if you can go back into the military since you've been indicted and convicted.
Oh yeah, no, I already been through the process. I already talked to recruiters, and then the judge, he gonna wipe it off my record completely. So it's like a whole other situation, but I just guarantee I can go back in.
All right, I've never heard of that, bro. But okay. So what's your question? I guess, assuming that you'll be able to get back in the military.
So I plan on going in for National Guard for 36 Bravo. That's called financial maintenance technician. That's basically an accountant, and then come back out here. And I was wondering, like, I was thinking going to the sales industry or be a financial advisor.
Okay, so he wants to basically he wants to become an accountant.
Which sales industry makes the most money?
Hold on. So you want to be an accountant in the military? Do they take you to like CPA school and shit?
Say that again.
Do you go to CPA school when you're an accountant in the military?
Do you get an
Yes, sir.
accounting degree?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They give you a CPA certification.
So,
And then while I'm on probation out
but
here,
that's
I
a
go to
lot different than
community
being a
college.
financial advisor, though. To be in a financial advisor, like, so you're talking about being in accounting. So then take the accounting and,
Oh, yeah,
and
so,
take the CPA.
let me backtrack. I am leaving out some information. So while I'm on probation out here, I'm going to community college for accounting, so I could go into the military as a lieutenant. Or I could go in as a lieutenant or as a specialist. So I'll be like already have the certification. I'm just using the National Guard because I'm thinking about going to sales, but I need a cushion. So sales is, you know what I'm saying, you eat what you kill. So I can't make it into sales. At least I got the National Guard pay to,
I mean,
to
so
help me on the back
yeah,
end.
but sales is
If that makes sense.
sales is a mixed bag, right? So you could make a lot of money if you're doing high ticket sales and you're getting big commissions, and you know,
Okay.
there's so many different variations of sales, and then you got to be good at it, right? So then that's another thing, and so that's something that you figure out. But you're coming out with specific skill set for accounting. I would probably get into that, stay into that track because you already have the skill set, the education, and the time put in there. And then you know it's very lucrative. I mean, if you work for a CPA firm, you can probably start making a lot of them right now. I think the entry is like maybe about close to 80,000 coming out. You know, if you have some, and especially if you have experience. So you got between 60 and 80,000, depending on where you live, just to entry, just to get in with your background. So I would stick with that track, and then just because you already put the time, money, and energy into that already.
So, sir, what sales industry are you thinking? Like the health, technical? Which one do you think?
For accounting or finance?
For sales, I'm just using that. Like I really want to do sales, but since I have this, like for the Army side, do you think, you know what I'm saying?
Well, sales, you could be a real estate agent. You could sell cars. You could sell,
Which
high
one
ticket
makes the most
items.
money though? Like what industry? You think I should just focus on this? So I just want to focus on one and just excel in that.
I mean, sales, you can make a shit ton of money, but it's a grind, and you just got to be really good at it. And you got to pick an industry that has good commission structure, and because there's so many different things that you could sell.
Listen, bro.
Yes,
I got some friends
I'm sorry to hear that
in sales,
about your
bro.
son too, sir.
Oh, you say sorry to hear about your son.
I'm sorry?
Sorry to hear about your son.
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
sorry for the loss about your son. That's very unfortunate.
I will say this though. I do know some ex-felons that are good salesmen because their prior positions in life they were good at selling. But I don't know if you can become a financial advisor being a felon though.
No, like what? Like
Well, you're
it's
talking
be
about
wiped
you're
off
gonna
my
get
record
your
completely
record
come next year.
expunged. Is that what he's saying? So it could
Yeah, it's
be
gonna be
expunged.
expunged.
So it's not
Okay.
it's gonna be a
So
thing.
it won't be there.
That's a whole different. Yeah. So if you can get that,
I
that'd
just
be
got to
great.
do my
Yeah.
time, you know what I'm saying, while I'm on probation. That's why I'm planning on going to community college and just study the accounting now. So I'm just, once that time hit, I could just go in, either go green to gold, be a lieutenant, or just come in as a specialist. Because I already had that CPA certification because I already went to school
All right.
for
Well,
it.
this is all hoping everything gets expunged. Let's tackle that first.
No, it will, sir. It will.
Awesome. Once that's done, like Steve said, focus on one thing, which is going to be accounting. Focus on that because that's where you're going to get your schooling in. And then from there, once you expand upon that, you master that skill, then if you want to do something else, you can. But sales is going to be up and down, like you said before. So it's up to you what you want to do there. But again, accounting will always be there for you once you learn it. So,
All right.
Amen.
All right, let's go next caller.
I
Again,
appreciate you guys.
No problem, man. 646-490-0394, guys. The number to call into the show. 646-490. Yeah, I can't see it. 0394. So let's get the next person on.
7973. You are up. 7973.
All right, 7973. Go ahead.
Hello, how you doing? It's Demetrius Raps.
oh, what up, man?
What's up, bro?
Oh, what up? All right, so I have a question. So I do about like $300K a year. I wrap cars. I'm talking to the accountant. His name is
Steve.
Steve. All right.
Yes.
So my friend who owns another business, he told me, because I'm getting taxed as a business owner, obviously. So he told me if I pay myself as an employee of Demetrius Raps, I'll get taxed, like I'll get better tax benefits and I'll pay less. Like I wanted to know more information about that.
Okay. So, are you incorporated and are you an S corporation?
So when I made my LLC about 3 years ago, it said something about LLC first and then S corp as like a sub.
Yeah. So
There's something like
okay.
that.
So that's
Yeah,
good. So you're
I did
filing
that,
as an S
yeah.
corp. So since you're an S corp, you have to, under the IRS regulations, pay yourself some sort of salary. Page 1,
Yes,
you'll
and
see off. Go ahead.
Yeah, so originally what I did was I signed up for this thing where it pays me like $1,000 a week. Like say for example, I made like for example, like this week I made like $12,000. So I pay myself $1,000 a week and I basically restart every week. So So say for example, I'll pay myself $1,000. Let's say I spend like $800. Then it'll basically reset every week. So it's like
but when you say
like a better
so
thing.
when you say pay
I don't
yourself,
spend a lot.
yeah.
But I'm spending that personally, like $1,000 a week personally. So that rest is getting set aside to my business account.
So when you say pay yourself, is it you're just taking a draw? Are you filing payroll tax returns and paying in payroll taxes every quarter?
No, and that's the thing. That's kind of how it started
so
last
then what
year,
you're
but
doing,
I don't really know how to do it officially.
Yeah, so that's not
really
paying
know how to do it
yourself.
officially.
You're not paying yourself. What you're doing is you're just taking a shareholder distribution. That's all you're doing.
Okay.
So that is just a non-taxable shareholder distribution that doesn't qualify as payroll. So what you have to do, and what I would recommend doing, is just get your local ADP or Paychecks, payroll representative, and say, listen, are you the only employee of the business?
Yeah, I'm gonna add somebody else in a few. I just gotta find because when I add somebody else, the total worth of the business is gonna double because I'm basically taking in all the work by myself. Like down here in South Florida,
yeah,
I'm basically taking all the work by myself, and I'm like working every single day. Like I literally just go home to sleep. So I'm about to add somebody else, and it's probably gonna go up to like 500 to 600,000 a year, like around there.
That's great. That's great. So what I would recommend doing is get a hold of your local payroll representative. They have them everywhere. So you call the local ADP or Paychecks, and they'll charge you maybe something like $100. Say, listen, I want to put myself on the books for salary, and I don't know what your distribution is. You said you're taking like $1,000 a week, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, just say, listen,
I find that good for me,
Yeah, you just say, I want to do one paycheck to myself every week for $1,000. Can you set me up? And she's going to take care of, or he's going to take care of everything. Just have them handle everything for you. Don't mess around or trying to do it yourself, and just pay the $150 a month just to have them do everything, do the payments, do the payroll tax returns, and do the paychecks and all the IRS stuff that needs to be done. It's well worth it. But you need to do that because you're an S corp and you're making money, you're being profitable, and you don't want to be in a situation where you're not paying yourself a salary. I just wrote a book actually, which I was going to talk about. So I do consults. If you go into my Instagram and you go into my bio, I have a link tree in there, and you can get a consult from me. Half an hour, 1 hour. But if you don't want to do that, I have a book. It's only $44. I did it, and it's basically like sitting down with me, and I talk about this stuff that I'm talking about with you right now. I have that in that book, and it's like a 60-minute read. I put it together to look almost like a pamphlet or a brochure that you're getting from like a flyer basically. So it looks like, it doesn't look like a regular like book for taxes. So it's easy, and it's got all the information as though if you sat with me and we were having a 1 hour consultation, and I'm telling you everything that you need to know. And again, like I'm talking about the stuff in the book that we're going through, and it goes in there. It's $44. You just go in there and you click it and you download. It's a digital book. It looks like a flyer basically, and it's 60. You could get it done in 45, 60 minutes.
And down. Steve's Instagram is seeing beyond the numbers. By the way, Demetrius, I've seen you in chat a lot of times doing business, bro. You seem like got a very level head on your shoulders, bro. You're gonna need Steve on your side, bro, because the problem is with you, bro, is that you're making money and you're not gonna be doing it the correct way as a business should. And as a result, you're going to have to pay IRS a lot of money. So if I were you, I'll get that shit under control now with Steve, either with a consult 101 or with the book, because, bro,
feel free to do that.
Business, I'm 100% going to do that. Like right after this call, I'm 100%, because I need help with that side of the stuff, because like I do everything by myself, and I'm literally like, I literally work every day because I have so many customers down here in South Florida. Like, I just work every single day. Like, I have no time to breathe, no time to do nothing.
You're the guys I love to deal with. You're the guys I love. And this happened with these guys. Okay, they were too busy working, making money. They didn't have the time to do everything. So they need somebody to come in and guide them and say, hey, listen, I'll take care of this stuff that you need done in the right way, and to keep you straight. Make sure you're saving money and doing things right. So I love dealing with guys like you, because you're a business owner. You're making money. And you're doing what you need to do. You're bringing in the money. And so just go in there and link up with me, and definitely I'd love to work with you.
Yes, sir. Bryce, you probably see me a bunch of, or no, Myron will be outside, but you probably see me a bunch of times in Brickell, because I drive a pink BMW, and I have a lot of customers there that I have to consult with.
Really?
A ton of customers there. Yeah, I drive a bright pink M5, so you might see me a bunch of times. because I have a bunch of customers over there. But yeah,
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I thought it was a girl's car. Just not gonna hold you, dog.
I'm telling you, it's a cheat code. I'm telling you, it's a cheat code though.
No, bro. I had a pink Rolls Royce, nigga. I know. I know, bro.
Pink, it's a pink you never seen before. It's cheat code.
Yeah, I thought it was a girl, bro. Not gonna lie, I thought it was a girl's car.
You see the car?
Yeah,
It's fun.
I thought it was a girl's car, bro. Not gonna lie.
Is it like my shirt, pink or no?
Nah.
No, it's a vibrant.
Nah.
It like
it's
glows,
vibrant.
like it glows.
Okay.
But yeah,
Interesting.
I appreciate that. Could you put the Instagram again so I can type it in now?
You put it in the chat, Mo,
Yeah,
for
it's
everyone.
at seeing beyond the numbers. Yeah, at seeing beyond the numbers.
Seeing beyond the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to my
I'm gonna do that
Instagram.
now.
That's the best place to, and just
Perfect.
click on the link tree.
But
Perfect. Thank you.
but yeah, bro,
You
you
got
bro.
it. You got it.
You need
Thank
this
you.
info, bro, for sure.
All right. Who's up next?
All right.
That's his
sweet.
Instagram right there, guys.
There you go.
Seeing beyond the numbers.
I would say this: a pink car does give you a lot of attention. A lot of attention.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, whether good or bad, it's a lot
That
of attention.
sticks out, yeah.
All right. Who's up next?
We have 8669. You're up. 8669. You're up.
Yo, what's happening, guys?
Yo.
First time caller, but I got a little thing that I'm dealing with right now. My mom is getting a little bit older, and I need to put her into assisted living. I bought her a condo out in like Las Vegas, not too expensive condo, but I bought that for her. Put a decent amount down. She's got maybe 80 or 90 in equity in it. I have to move her back here to San Diego. I can't move away because that would mean moving outside my company's region 2 to like a region 3, which I'll lose a sizable chunk of money. Believe me, I'd be out of San Diego if I could. But the places down here are going for like $5,000 to $7,000 a month.
Ooh.
And I'm wondering how much of that I can, should I sell her house and help pay for the assisted living, or B, rent it out? And then the other question is, can I deduct any of that money in my taxes each year because I'm paying for her to live? She's on like $1,400 a month Social Security.
So yeah, so if you're covering her expenses, unfortunately, no. So you can claim her on your return though. You could take her.
Oh, it's a dependent, right?
Yeah, you can take her as a dependent. Absolutely. Now the fact of you having the condo or her having the condo and selling it, and you're saying like, is there like, what can you sell it for if you don't mind me asking?
It's kind of out in the sticks. I think they're not going for that much. Maybe like 150, 170, thereabouts.
And she owes 90 on it.
Yeah, she owes about 90. I mean, I could probably pay it off completely and rent it out, but I really don't want to go through all of that. And the rents out there are super cheap, so I don't even know if I'd be making my money off
and
it.
you're not there local. That's probably not enough cash flow with all the other stuff. And so yeah, so if you sell it, and then if she owes 90, what are you gonna make? Maybe 50, 60,000 on it. I don't know. You know, after you pay your commissions potentially. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could take that and you could start to use it, but that's gonna be used up pretty quick if you're talking about the places and where you're at. So versus being, talking. So I guess you mentioned the price because in your jurisdiction where you live, the prices of the ALF service is assisted living you're talking about?
Yeah, it's limited assistance is what she needs, or like just a retirement village type thing.
Yeah, it's assisted.
She's just getting too old to be by herself. So
yeah, so they're just a little bit more pricey, I guess, there than they are in Vegas.
yeah, everything out here is super expensive.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, and you don't, and then you get the loss of income if you go to her jurisdiction, and and she
right. It just doesn't. It's not going to work either way for me to
How
make
much of a
out
loss
on
in
it.
income
So
is that for you?
I think I'm just going to cut some of my ESPPs and bite the bullet on it.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to bring her to San Diego, then yeah, definitely sell the property because I don't think that's going to be worth it for you to manage that from there. And then if you're just getting so little for the, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to, well, I don't know. So you said you could pay it off.
Yeah, I mean, I
much can
got
you get in
cash out
rent,
of
though?
pocket that if I wanted to dip into some of my like my RSUs or something like that, I can definitely pay it off. But I mean, is it going to be worth it? You know?
Yeah.
Because my RSUs, I mean, I sold them at the top of the market, but our company is going through the roof right now. I mean, we got like a 12% return in the last 3 days.
What do you do? What do you do for work, man?
I am a specialized computer engineer for a Fortune 100 company supporting their AI division.
Nice.
Yeah, so you're right. You're right where you want to be. Yeah,
stuff,
so I want to make so just make the money, get rid of the property. That's a headache probably. Cash it out, use the money, to help pay your mom's bill, and just go from there. That sounds like don't pull your money out of your retirement. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I do have to say, Dutch people, I'm going. You guys red-pilled me. I appreciate it. You opened up my eyes, and thanks, Myron. Thanks, Fresh. It's been great to see this whole thing. So,
hey man, glad that we got you off the plantation. Who's up next?
And I am black, so
yeah, man. So many guys, bro, are blue pilled. That's actually fucking crazy. How many people are blue pilled idiots? All right, who's up next?
Next up, we have 3138. You are up. 3138. You are up. 3138.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. I'm an out-of-state investor looking to buy a duplex or triplex at Househack in Ohio. I was wondering, do you recommend bringing the general contractor for the walkthroughs?
Just so you understand, you just said you're looking at house hack and you're out-of-state investor. Well, guess what? You're going to be in-state because you're going to have to live in there.
Yes. Yeah, but I'm just letting you know that I'm starting out of state. Like, I don't live there. So I'm not physically there at the moment.
So are you prepared to move to Ohio and live there for a year?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So what's the question then?
Do you recommend bringing a general contractor to the walkthroughs when we're looking at properties?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Bring someone that you trust and that can that's not a bad idea at all because I mean, you're gonna have to run an inspection anyway. But if you want to bring your general contractor there to see what might be problematic or not, that's a good idea.
All right, definitely. Do you know what questions I should be asking when looking for general contractors to go ahead and vet them?
Oh, you don't have one already?
Not yet, no.
I would say go through your friend network, man, first.
Okay, I don't have any friends in Columbus right now. It's just my real estate agent. I do trust him though, so I'll go ahead and use his general contractors.
How'd you pick that area that you had to move to, like to invest and buy a duplex?
Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, randomly in Ohio, right?
You know people there or something? Or are you? What's the lure there?
No, Columbus is just appreciating like crazy right now.
Okay, so it's the market. Yeah, so you just basically, just go in there and if you talk to a real estate agent, she may have some connections with some of the contractors in there that she knows. She can maybe ask around to find a couple of, maybe you can find out a couple of 2 or 3 reputable contractors that you can just bring through the property and just say, hey, I'm thinking, if it needs work, to bring them through and just give you an estimate and see what they do, and then you could test them out that way.
Yeah, in your current scenario, bro, you don't know anyone in Ohio, so you got to rely on your realtor that knows people probably in that area.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Follow-up question for Steve, since you're here. What questions should I ask a CPA to go ahead and vet them once I need them?
So, what kind of work do you do?
I do out-of-state construction.
Oh, so you're a construction guy. So what do you need a guy to go with?
Yeah, what the hell?
You should know.
No, for the actual properties once I get into all that.
Got it. Yeah, but you should still have a clue though. About, so
yeah, bro, hell, you can do the inspection yourself. If that's the case, goddamn. You don't need nobody, bro.
So again,
it was a second eye.
Yeah, once you get your feet on the ground in Columbus, then what you want to do is you want to ask around to those construction guys and say, hey, we're in the same line of work. Who do you use? And they and if they feel good about their accountant, they're gonna, oh yeah, I love, my guy's great here, and you try to get a referral from one of those guys, because typically they'll be dealing with a CPA that kind of knows them and knows that industry that's related to what you're doing. That's what I would recommend. So when you talk to those contractors, you're bringing them through, say, hey, do you use a CPA? And do you mind giving me their name? And do that for every one of the guys.
Okay. All right. And then what about a question for Myron? What about handymen? How do we go ahead and vet them, or what are red flags that you want to look for when it comes to them?
Well, I mean, you obviously don't pay them up front. You got to pay them, you give them a portion up front, and then you don't pay them in full until the job is done, because a lot of these contractors are scumbags. But this is why it's so important to have word of mouth, and then hopefully a real estate agent will be able to, know some people out there in Ohio that you can contact. Luckily for you, the Midwest is a lot cheaper than, the Northeast. So you should be able to get things for a fair price. But that's what I would say is, like, some of the most important things is, make sure you don't pay them up front. And then, you typically want to use a contractor that you can do everything with, because they typically have contacts as well. Does that make sense?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I appreciate this. All right, that's all I got, guys.
Because that contractor is going to have a roof guy. He's going to have a plumber guy. He's going to have an electrician guy. Like, they typically already have their network set up, so.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, man. All right, who's up next? Sorry, guys. I haven't slept much.
We have like an 8-hour stream last night, too.
Yeah, I went 8 hours last night, yeah.
W stream.
Yeah, covered the big U thing, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, he's cooked, bro. Oh, man. I read through that criminal complaint. That nigga's air fried, bro.
Okay, next.
He's gonna die in prison, bro.
Damn.
They got a lot of info on him, man. He's cooked.
Bro, when they did the drink champs, when he showed the drink champs, I was like, what?
Yeah, the FBI was watching all his shit. Who's up next?
5119, you're up. 5119, you're up.
Yo.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I've been waiting for this episode. Real quick. So I'm pretty much started up a business and such. It's for auto detailing, and I wanted thinking about doing the LLC in Delaware. Because they got the whole tax situation from there is a bit more easier to manage. What's your thoughts on that, Steve?
I wouldn't bother with it. What state are you living in?
I'm in Jersey.
Just do it in Jersey. Yeah, because you're just creating a whole other, because it's a small business. It's just a detailing business. These are structures that people want to do to hide their wealth and hide, like when you get to that level. Then,
I have it mostly I have a Delaware thing, but yeah, that's like
that was you had a big attorney, you had a bunch of properties and assets and all that stuff. Like you got to that level, but. And then it made sense. But you're not there yet. Like if you have like a chain of detailing and you got 100+ employees or something like that, then that's the time to sit down and have the discussion. Right now, no, just stick to the state you're in, and don't go for these like big set. You're not there yet. Like let's a lot of people just put the cart before the horse. You don't need to do that stuff.
So it's not much like a tax saving when you do it?
No, it's just an extra thing, and then you got to deal with Delaware, and then you got to deal with Jersey still, because it's just you're just making a mess, and and you don't need to do that. Just focus on doing your business. You get a guy locally that does that. Get all set up locally in Jersey. Get all your licensing, get everything right, and just do it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that. All right, cool. That's pretty much it. I appreciate it.
You
and
got
of course, Old
You
Splash Show. We up.
All right, brother. Take it easy. Well, who's up next? Man, we're just knocking them out today. 646-490-0394, guys. The question asked. We got Steve from accounting in the house, man. This is probably one of the best people to ask tax questions, etc. He can help you guys out. Happy to have him. So he's our accountant as well, so he can really give you guys some sauce, especially for the entrepreneurs out there. 646-490-0394. If you want to cut the line, just put the last 4 digits of your phone number in the super chat, guys, and we'll get you in. Go ahead, Mo.
7871, you are up. 7871, you are up.
Hey, how you guys doing? Can you guys hear me?
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the show, bro. What's your question?
What's going on? Hey, Big Mo, it's Weston, man.
Yo.
But I just wanted to clarify a couple things regarding the individual that called in talking about the VRNE program, the or not VRNE program, the
VTC.
Veterans Court. Yeah, VTC, Veterans Treatment Court. To verify that information, it is contingent upon the participants. So as long as the individual is participating and behaving properly, you have to go through how long that program is, the 12 or 18 months. You have to go into your monthly meetings, and then they're basically monitoring everything that you're doing. It's kind of like having a probation officer. So you have to report to them. You have to give them all that information, like tell them everything that you're doing. Don't ask how I know this. I may or may not be involved in a case myself, but it's just confirming
all of that information. In addition to that, regarding...
So you can be a convicted felon and still serve in the armed forces, what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah, in addition to that, with a felony conviction, there is no such thing as hiding your record or, I mean, yes, there is sealing it, and that does make sense for the civilian world. However, for federal agencies and federal hiring organizations, they see it no matter what. Like if you got arrested, even if it's for minor things, they're going to see it. There's no, I mean, there really isn't any.
There's not really. It's not really truly expunged. Then what you're saying?
Yeah, it never is. Yeah, it never is. They
can always find that information. Yeah,
it always is.
So I guess we have to interpret it as like, I mean, how do we even define expunging? That's not really accurate. You can quote unquote expunge it. You can quote unquote steal it. However, somebody filed it. Somebody has access to that file, and somebody can see it, and it has to be. And typically.
So all right, basically, so you're saying that they for certain felonies. I don't know if it's all felonies. You're saying they can still serve in the military, but they have to go through this VTC program.
They can, yeah, they can. However, you also with recruiting methods, recruiters can get waivers. You can get waivers for, I mean, it seems like you can get waivers for just about anything. The way that recruiting has been explained to me, and from my experience serving on active duty, I served on active duty for 6 years in the U.S. Air Force. But that's a separate discussion. That's just to give perspective on my experience with it. However, waivers can be written. Waivers can be produced. However, basically what I'm calling is to clarify and to let people know, like, hey, don't think that, you know, if somebody is telling you like, oh, you just have to do this program and you'll be fine. Like, don't be sold on a dream, don't be sold on wishful thinking when going through this program. You have to cooperate. You have to follow the rules. People can still see your record, especially if they're federal agencies, and you have to cooperate with that, and basically you're praying for the best. And regarding that individual trying to commission as an officer, I hate to say this, very, very little chance, very little that you're going to commission as an officer with a felony conviction.
You got to even if you go through that,
even if you go through that program.
Yeah. All right, fair enough, man. Thanks for the info.
Good update.
Yeah, so I guess you can do it, but I guess it's subject to a bunch of strict rules and regulations.
You're subject to a lot of scrutiny behind closed doors.
All right. Thanks for calling in and clarifying, man. Number to call into the show, guys, is 646-490-0394. Again, that number is 646-490-0394. If you guys want to call into the show, get a chance to talk to a tax professional, Steve, a.k.a. Steve from accounting. And
yes, one of the best.
One of the best for sure. And it's funny because they call him Steve from accounting because, you know, the red pill jokes.
Yeah.
Like, Steve from accounting.
He is the Steve from accounting.
Kevin from sales, yeah.
Kevin from sales. Kevin from sales, as Donovan Sharp would say. And then you got Steve from accounting.
Yeah.
Remember Kevin from sales?
Yeah.
Donovan Sharp saying that shit. Funny as hell.
That'd be Donovan.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, he'll be here next week, actually.
Yeah,
I think so. Probably have him on.
Steve be getting down like that.
Who's up next?
You do. We have 8355. You're up. 8355. You're up.
Good evening, gents.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's your question?
I would like to know. I read a headline seeing that Trump would eliminate the federal income tax for people making under $200,000. I made 64 last year, and I still have my back taxes. Should I wait to see what happens with that before I pay my taxes?
No, because you're going to be taxed according to the rules that were in play on that particular tax year in the calendar year. So if you have back taxes,
okay.
I would take care of those ASAP.
Bro's trying to finesse, man.
Yeah, no, it's not like you can push them forward, and it's not that those rules don't go retroactive.
I said having past due balances and saying, they're changing the rules in the future. I gotta pay these little taxes. Yes, bro.
I think it was 150,000. Was it 200,000? I thought it said 150. I don't know. I gotta look at it. I thought it was like up to 150.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
All right.
I have a second question.
Second question?
In about a year or so, I'm about to move to Massachusetts. And after 2 or 3 years of being there, I want to purchase the apartment building that I'm going to be staying in with the FHA loan. because I plan on purchasing it from my parents. What would be the best way to go about doing that?
You're trying to buy a condo in Boston or Massachusetts?
My parents own an apartment building, so I want to purchase it from them with the FHA loan.
Are you Trinidadian?
Cash them out.
Wait, hold on, bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, bro. If you're gonna buy it with an FHA loan, that means you have to live in it. You can't buy it for your parents. That's number one. Number two, are you buying a unit or are you buying an entire apartment building?
It's like a 4-unit building.
It's a quad.
They stay there right now. They're
Quadruplex.
moving.
Okay.
So
they want me to come stay there.
So
eventually,
are they going to sell it to you?
I mean, if I persuade them, come with the right plan, I'm sure they will. If I catch them in the
can
right
I ask you a question? Do they need the money that you need to get an
Caribbean
FHA
family
loan, and they want to be cashed out and they want to take the money, or is it that they do like a seller financing note? That's the easiest thing to do. So you don't have to go through all the paperwork and pay all the fees and everything.
So he's buying it from a family member?
Yeah,
his parents.
His parents.
Okay.
Yeah. So why don't you do seller financing with them? Have you guys
Oh, he's
discussed
purchasing
that?
it from them. I thought you said for them.
Nah, from them.
From them.
They already own it.
Yeah. They already own it.
So did you
They own it outright.
I don't know if you did you hear what I said? Like the question was, do they need the money that you need to go get that you need to cash them out and remortgage the place?
I mean, they're getting older. They're retiring to Florida, so I just want them to have some extra income.
So
but
I mean,
they don't necessarily need it.
They can
per
get
se.
income from you if you buy it from them and structure it as a mortgage. Sit down with an attorney and do an amortization table, and then you're paying them principal and interest back.
They
for the
basically
loan.
become the bank.
That's the easiest thing to do, and it's quick and easy. And you just
It's just they own it outright. So he basically they become the bank and he pays them a mortgage.
Yeah. Is it paid off?
Not bad
For them?
It is.
Yeah, it's completely paid off.
Oh yeah. So just have them seller finance you, and then you're paying them every month, and so they have a stream of income.
Good idea.
Just hire a real estate attorney, pay them the fees, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, because your family will basically become the bank, bro.
You just pay them every month.
And you could get a better rate probably too. I'm sure it's mom and dad. They might help you out on that one too.
Yep.
Boom. There you go.
So with that being the case, could I use my FHA for a different property then?
Yes. But then you got to go live in that property too now.
Yeah.
So whatever FHA you got to do.
I mean,
that's
fine.
Yeah. So then you start to amass your real estate portfolio.
Good
All
shit,
right,
Bills.
gentlemen, thank you.
Good shit, Bills.
When I
I
did
just saw
get that second job, Myron, I got most of my other debt paid off. I'm just dealing with this IRS stuff now. So,
all right.
Working 7 days a week.
All right.
We're getting there.
Bro, your charisma is crazy, bro. No lie. I'm inspired.
Thank you, James.
No problem, man.
All right, you take
Finally
care.
starting to see my way.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
I was kidding, by the way. Oh, you're crazy. Trinidad and Tobago.
Bombocard.
Man, oh man.
All right.
All right. Who's up next?
Yo, Trinidad. Yo, keeping it real, niggas from Trinidad are rich, bro. They got oil money.
Really?
Like, real, yeah. I mean, not him, but his parents, though. Balling, probably.
646-490-0394, guys. Call into the show. Last four of your number. Who do we got?
We have 7534. You are up. 7534. You are up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm a single father of 4 kids.
God.
And I make around about a little bit over 60 per year without overtime. If I had overtime, it'd be around 75. So I'm trying to see if there's any resources out there for me to make some more money, because I'm kind of limited on what I can do with being a single father deal.
Why?
So
why?
Yeah. So what's the age group of the kids?
Oh man, 7 and under.
So yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you need.
Do you have like a family member that can maybe help you with babysitting? Maybe your mother, maybe your father, maybe the mother of the child.
The mother of the child is a deadbeat.
That's rare.
And yeah, like I got going through the court system. I'm lucky I got my kids. So
okay, what about your parents or cousins, or is there anybody else in the family that you can help you that's nearby?
No, both of my parents died within the past 3 years. I'm originally actually from Bradenton and Sarasota area, so that's where I actually grew up for the tax guy that's there. But no, I have no. I live in Indiana now, so I have no family at all. I'm just here. I work for a limestone quarry company, so I make all right money, and we're getting by. Like I have no debt.
No,
or anything like that.
Bro, this is gonna suck, but you're gonna have to hire a babysitter, man. You know, it blows, but you know, find someone that you can trust, that can stay with the kids at the house, and you go pick up a second job.
I mean, it's either that or you can try to figure out how to make money online. You know, there's a lot of opportunities.
Or you can find a way to do
there's a lot of opportunities.
That's something, and that's what I was kind of asking about the resources, because I don't know. Like, I thought about the online stuff, I just don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, I mean, you really gotta research it deep and put the time in it.
That you can sell online.
Yeah, you got to put the time in it, and maybe you gotta try to test out a bunch of different revenue streams first to see what hits.
Yeah,
and then you start to focus there. You know, start like kind of like an octopus, put the tentacles out, and you know, I'm gonna try to do a little bit of affiliate marketing. I'm gonna try to do a couple of funnels here. I'm gonna try, you know, all the other ways you can make money, and learn everything you can about AI to automate as much as possible.
Hell, you can take our clips and make a clips channel.
I mean, there's people doing SaaS. You know, there's a lot of stuff. You just gotta basically, you know, YouTube University. Like, just try to find a lot of ways to do that. So this way you don't have to leave the house and you have the kids there, and you know, but you got to kind of really commit to doing it. And something will break.
Yeah, the babysitter, I can understand that. Like, babysitters cost a lot of money though.
Oh, I know. And, I mean, 4 kids, I feel for you.
I've scratched and clawed. I mean, I went a whole year without having a job because of my ex-wife and all that. But like I said, we're surviving. Like we have some in extra just because I don't have any debt. So that plays a huge role in our life. But yeah, I just I'll look into the online thing. Something I was thinking about was like maybe like, because I have kids and whatnot, like just looking for like kids' clothes, just reselling them or something like that. I don't know.
There's so many different opportunities out there. Yeah. So I mean, who do you like? You know a lot of people in that space, don't you? I feel like you do.
Yeah, we had what's it called? Starts with a K. The Amazon stuff.
Oh, KT Hustles.
Yeah.
Bro, watch our Money Mondays, bro. We have a lot of people guests to come on the show that help you guys.
Yeah, we had KT Hustles with Amazon stuff. Setting up an Amazon store.
Yeah, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, ATM machines, Bitcoin machines. Yeah. We have a lot of Money Mondays that to help you with that stuff for sure, to open up your horizon of career paths. But having 4 kids, bro. Okay, this is unconventional, bro. Don't take this for the gospel, but listen, if I were you, bro, how's your scenario, right? I know this is kind of crazy, but this is what may work for you. If you're smooth with it, you find a shorty that you can trust.
Oh, I thought about that. They're all fucking crazy.
Hold on. Let me finish, nigga. Let me finish, man.
All right. Dude, I tried. Like, I've had women offer me to, like, hey, let me help you with your kids. And I'm like, nah, you drink too much.
Yeah.
Like, I can't have that. I'm going to lose my kids.
Again.
They're like, yeah.
And when I say trust, the term is used lightly, okay? But at least they can get the job done while you're out there making the money and do what you need to do. But again, you got to vet them for a period of time and make sure that they're not crazy or they drink alcohol or do drugs. But again, it's going to be more of a giving than a taking at that point. And of course, you got to grease the wheel. Yeah. But it might work. I know guys in your scenario, bro, not as bad, but they got like 1 or 2 kids. They met a shorty that they mess with a little bit. She takes care of the kids. They work. She loves him, and it works out. But then again, bro, this is all contingent upon her being trustworthy to an extent. Of course, it's a woman, but for the time being, at least,
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. I feel bad about doing that because I'm just playing them. Like I thought about it. I told you I thought about it because I've had women offer with it, but it's just I didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is a last resort. I'm just saying as just trying to be funny here a little bit, but like you said before, hiring a nanny would be the best. But then again, you could hire them and they can still be bad too. So, bro, you never know, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a different space right now.
I had a friend from Kansas. He moved here with his son, and he hired a nanny. and she was actually the devil's spawn, bro. Like she would stay home with his kid, do Tusi, bring her friends over while he was away, and party at his crib. Niggas would smash her too on the couch.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ended up installing a camera actually from a friend's device and caught her doing the act.
Wow.
And he was paying her a good amount of money too. So I mean, bro, you never know,
really
bro. Nowadays,
like you said, you really got to vet out. You know, you're gonna have somebody, taking care of your kids. You really want to vet them out. You got to vet them out.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing for men out there, like that have kids and they're in a relationship and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be very careful who you choose.
Oh yeah.
Bro, trust me.
Very careful.
Nigga, I know.
Very
bro.
careful.
Holy.
I got lucky. I don't got to pay child support. I got lucky.
Well, you're supporting the kids 100%, so you're paying child support. But you're paying, you're taking care of business. So you know, it's unfortunate and it happens. But,
At least you're not Dr. Omar.
Yeah.
Well, you got kids.
Well, I appreciate the advice. I listened to Myron. I listened to your show all day at work today with the whole investigation with that guy and all the 8-hour podcast. I listened to it all day at work. So
I appreciate it, man.
It's very enjoyable to listen to, and I appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you, man. We try to give you guys diversified content, bro. True crime, political discourse, help y'all out with financial shit. So that's what we're trying to do, man. Most diversified YouTube channel, man, by far. No one comes close.
Facts. Wait, you don't know the lore of Dr. Umar and his kids?
No, what happened?
Let me fill you in real quick. This is very good, actually. Well, not good, because I wish him the best, though. So recently, he's been exposed by his daughter, and she said in a video saying, Dr. Umar has not seen me. He doesn't take care of me. Quite frankly, he is a deadbeat dad. Now, accusations could be this story, but
accusations.
You know, her telling her side of the story is kind of the golden goose here. But he responded and said, listen, I've been trying to see you, but your mother's been baby mom number 2. She's been an a-hole. I'm paying child support, but I can't see you. How does it work out? But now you're telling the public this, I'm going to fight even harder to get you. But I'm like, bro, if you were trying to get to your daughter and you need her to talk about this on internet for you to act harder, it's kind of like, Anyhow, long story short, he's been talking about this for a while with his daughter back and forth. And this lady came out on TikTok and exposed him, saying that, like, oh, I met him back in the day, He's been getting funding for his school, and the school's never been fully finished. And he said, in short, someone from his team, his accountant, stole the money and ran with it.
Cooked.
So I don't know what's happening there with his backstory with his kids, but I do see is that, like, for whatever reason, he can't see his kids, and he's been trying to get, I guess, to some level, see his kids, but the baby mamas are giving him like hell, I guess. So sucks. But good. That's not a good place to be in at all.
Not surprised. These race niggas always be grifting on something. Who's up next? They always be grifting, bro.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it works out for him. But
he beefed with FBA.
Yeah.
We have
having kids is scary with the wrong person, bro. Holy shit, bro.
7314, you're up.
Cook you.
7314, you are up.
Put my sperm in a glass vase.
Yo.
What?
Yo, what up?
Heat it up.
Yo, how you guys doing, bro?
What's going on, man?
Good. How you doing?
Hey, first thing first. Somalians are better than Barbadians and Ethiopians.
Whoa! Stop the show.
What?
And what planet are you on, my guy?
Hold on. That's the first thing. Hey, that's the first thing. But second thing, hey, Myron. I'm in college. I'm a college athlete. And basically, my major is criminal justice. I'm trying to follow, like, how do I be in that field, like FBI and stuff. I'm a junior right now in college.
Where do you go to school?
Like, what should I do? Like, San Diego State University.
That's a sucky school, bro.
Get the border.
It's better than it's better than Northeastern.
He's like, yeah, I'm a flex now, nigga.
Wait, what did he said? Better than what?
Somali.
He said it was
Northeastern.
Hold on.
It's not better than Northeastern at all, my nigga. Look, bro, I would say this. I would go and I would intern at all of the local law enforcement agencies in your area. Apply to FBI, sheriff's office, the state police barracks that's out there, local police. Apply to intern at all of them and take all the civil service exams and/or police tests that you can.
their acceptance rate is 34%.
Yeah, you go to a retard nigga school, bro. 34% is crazy.
Better than Northeastern, bro.
Chill.
My school got a 7% acceptance rate, man. Your shit got 34%, man. That means 1 in 3 niggas gets in, bro. I'm good.
Chill.
Mexicans.
Chill. Hey, we're a better school than you guys, though. Hey, we're a better school than you guys.
You're not. You have a higher acceptance rate, which means by definition, y'all niggas is trash.
Actually, it's gonna get higher.
I didn't go to the school for education. I went there for football. I played in the FBS.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, excuse me.
That explains why you went to a retard school to go on play sports.
No. But so just accept all the interns you're saying?
Yeah, well, apply to intern for all these different law enforcement agencies. Get yourself out there. That's the best way by far.
Okay. And like, because I think I have one lined up, and they're saying they're not gonna pay me. Just take it either way.
Take it either way, bro. Yeah.
The experience.
To get the experience, take it either way, bro. A lot of them are not gonna be able to pay you. I'll keep it 1,000 with you. But take it either way.
Okay.
Football though, you guys are pretty good.
Appreciate it. Hey, fresh. Hey, you ugly as hell, bro. All right, appreciate it, guys.
Just like you, nigga. Somalian.
They're actually on the map too. So. Okay.
Barbadian.
Hey, nigga.
It's Beijing,
nigga. Get it right.
Coconut. Hey, coconut. Hey, coconut boy.
Hey, Somalian pirate. Get back on your shit, boy.
Look at me. I'm the
coconut.
I'm the captain now, nigga. Look at me.
Me bomba clock.
That's Jamaican, nigga. All right, get out of here.
All right, who's up next?
Okay, so just keeping it real. When someone says, "Oh, you're from Barbados," what do they call you? It is Bajan. Normally it says Barbadian. It's like a secondary thing you would say if you're not educated. It's Bajan.
Bajan?
Yeah, like Rihanna's Bajan. You know,
Bajan.
Yeah, you gotta say Bajan.
Cheese on bread, you rasshole.
So he's inexperienced at his lingo, but it's fine. He's Somalian, so it makes sense. All right, who's next?
All right, we have 8990. You are up. 8990. You are up.
Yo, how's it going, guys? First time caller, long time listener. Been listening to the show since 2019.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Welcome salam. Ramadan Mubarak, man. Ramadan Mubarak.
Alaikum salam.
Walaikum salam, Habibi.
Well, guys, appreciate you guys taking my call, man. A little bit of my situation. I'm 29 years old. I work in IT. Just purchased my first home.
Nice.
Recently had my first kid. Really with this first home purchase kind of cleaned me out a little bit, but looking to get back into, saving. Like I said, I work in IT. I work for a software company. I'm a project manager. So really just working on the grind, man, and really just looking forward to really investing a little bit. I'm always tuning into your guys' show, and really when it comes to investing, kind of in the dark here. I'm really just kind of a saver, always saving up for a rainy day, always investing in really a savings account. I have a Roth IRA. I don't really fuck with the 401k. But really just kind of wanted your guys' advice. Myron, I know your expertise is really in the real estate business as well as, criminal law enforcement. I've been a fan of yours for a while. Really just kind of wanted some insight in terms of what your guys' advice would be to kind of secure my assets. Recently purchased a brand new vehicle as well. So I'm just looking to do what I can in terms of financial security and wanted your guys' input on that.
Well, the biggest thing, bro, is getting a skill set, man.
So you said you work for an IT company? Did we lose him?
Yeah. Oh. Currently, I'm in IT.
Do they have
as
a
a project
401k?
manager, really doing trainings on software, kind of things like that. Initiating client calls, really managing projects from base after the sale to project completion.
So just to recap, he bought a new house, has a new kid, has a new car, works in tech, and he's like a software
project manager.
Yeah. So he does have a skill set, but I would say the question here is what's investing
So
into?
he's trying to get financially, level
Sound?
up. So you mentioned something about having a Roth IRA.
How much do you make a year?
How much you make a year, bro? Roughly.
Yeah, last year I made about 80K. I do a lot of travel for my position. That's really where I get a lot of bonuses. But I would say base level salary is about 65K, and then really just working on bonuses after that.
You guys, did your company offer a 401k?
They do, yes.
Okay, and do you participate?
That I don't know, sir.
Okay, so you should, because you're doing the Roth. I get it, and that's nice.
At least
you should,
match.
and if they do max it out, get the match. 'Cause that's just free money.
Yeah.
So I would do that. I would start there if you can afford it. Based on your lifestyle. You said you had a child.
Yes, sir. Just recently, within the past few weeks.
Okay, so I mean,
Are you married?
I am. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, so I would start there.
His wife might work too. Does your wife work too, bro?
Yeah, she's actually a nurse, but I wanted her to kind of take some time off. She's back in school, going for another degree.
What's wrong with you, bro?
All
right, how much does she earn? How much does she earn per year?
You said how much does she earn?
Yeah, or you said she doesn't go to work right now, right? She's in school.
Yeah. She recently quit her work, but yeah, she was making, I would say, about 75 to 80.
Okay, so you could basically cut your income in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I would say pick up another gig, bro, because now you can work more since she's home more. She could be with the kids, and you can work another job.
Yeah, because 80,000.
And you have a skill set, so you could use that skill set and get another gig.
Yeah, but I've been really kind of looking into other opportunities because I work from home, and then like I said, I travel a good bit too. So I'm trying to find a more stable, work from home job with a little bit higher salary. Maybe with all my travel. Trying to find just one position that'll kind of provide that.
So since you work from home, you can do projects on the go. You should get actually certificates. So what you can do as someone in IT, you can level up your actual pay scale and expertise. With a cert, which just means, for example, you go online and you're, I want to say expertise, cybersecurity, your project management. You look at, I think it's called something with a P in it. I forgot the name of the cert, but
PMP.
There you go.
PMP. I'm actually working towards it. It's kind of I'm trying to get it within the next few months, but it's kind of taking longer than I
So you can bump your salary from 80 to 100K plus easily with that cert and find way more jobs, because obviously speaking, like, it's a thing to get. Once you get it, you're in more demand and more control. So I'll work on that, and then the next step would be, again, maybe getting into a different cert. But for the most part, that's where you will want to start off, at least at this point. So not bad.
Okay. No, really appreciate it. And one question I wanted to kind of direct towards Myron, just because, Myron, I know you own a lot of properties, and you're really heavy in the real estate game. Just looking, from someone who's trying to get their head, a little bit more secure in the real estate game. I'm hoping to, after I stay in this property that I just purchased for a few years, hopefully rent it out, have someone take care of the mortgage. But really kind of wanted a little bit of advice of how you scaled from one property to another, kind of your mindset on that.
I just save all my money, man. I keep spending to a low. I buy things only if I really need them, or I buy for the business. But other than that, bro, just really what it comes down to is like spending a lot less than I make. That's really what it comes down to when it comes to, being able to invest and, make money, spend as little as possible, invest the difference, and then bam, profit. Now, with that said, right, the more money you make, the faster you can do this. But I think the biggest thing is minimizing costs. I know you got a family and everything else like that, but anywhere that you can cut costs or make more money, that'll help you quite a bit, bro. That's critical.
Did you do any cross collateral stuff on your deals?
What do you
when
mean?
when you were going to do like a second or third or fourth property?
I haven't needed to, but that's something that's always been available.
Okay, that's good. That's good, actually. You did.
Yeah.
Each deal is standalone on its own.
Yep.
Nice.
Each deal.
Okay.
Well, cross collateral, what he's saying, guys, is like me basically like using the property that I already own as like collateral to secure a loan. I haven't had to do that yet, but that is something as well that you can do down the road. Which, like for you, you said you own a home. That is something you could do down the road potentially if you have enough equity in it where it makes sense.
Got it. Okay, no, that's Myron. That's impressive that you didn't need to do that, just because I know of a few people in the real estate game, and that's kind of how they kind of leveled up. So
yeah,
it's really impressive that you didn't even need to go that route.
You're gonna have to be frugal for a period of time and save some money, but trust me, dude, it's worth it, man. No luxury items. I've told you guys before a million times. I think most luxury items are a scam anyway, whether it's fine dining, luxury cars, jewelry, whatever. I know Fresh disagrees with me on this, but
well, actually, I can confirm it is true.
All right.
You lived it.
Hey, yeah, tell him.
Your real life story.
Yo, listen.
Well, he would call me up, and I talked to him and say, "Oh my God, I got another Rolls." I'm like, "What are you doing? You already got one." Like stop.
But it's a write-off, right, Steve?
Huh?
It's a write-off.
Well, it was a write-off, but then it was a write-down.
Okay. So see, here's what I've learned from being a nigga. No, just keep it real. No, so listen, I've done everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Since having money, travel, girls, lifestyle, cars, luxury items, and from my experience, my King Solomon wisdom, I've realized after 2 years.
You're still the same person.
I know, but hold on, I'm getting old. I'm 32, bro. I got some gray in my beard now. I've realized, bro, the fine dining, it's a scam. You know why? I had a home cooked meal today.
It was better.
You know how much it cost me?
I don't know. Who cooked it? Nothing. Just the grocery bill.
Well, Miss Paris from France cooked it for me. I bought chicken breast.
Yeah.
I got 2 for 1 from Publix.
Yeah.
You know, so I paid for 1, got 2. I got broccoli and corn. That whole meal cost me 25 bucks.
There you go.
And that's 2 meals in 1. Listen, bro, it tastes better.
Yeah.
It's bigger portions.
You got a French beautiful chef
and I got
at
a
home
fat
cooking
ass
for
cooking
you.
the food, bro.
There you go. Can't beat that.
Yo, the chef in the fine dining restaurant, I can't see that nigga's ass. Pause.
What?
I don't want to see it anyway.
Why are you trying
the point is, the point is, bro, it's a scam. $300, $25. Also, luxury cars. Brother,
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
You know this.
Oh, yeah.
I saved a lot of money in taxes, but waste a lot of money too. I'll say this though. The experiences I got from it, the networking, incredible. But I should be like Myron. A little bit more. But also as well, real estate. Best thing I ever did.
Yeah.
Property that I have. Big W.
Right.
But the fine dining, the lifestyle. Oh, one more thing. Luxury items. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all this stuff. Bro, I go to Zara now. I'm in better shape. The same items you see on those walls, luxury, Louis Vuitton, all that stuff, are very similar to Zara. Just, oh, what brand is that? It's so nice on you. And it's like, oh, it's Zara. Oh, I thought it was Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
You never. So I think just being in shape helps you with what you wear as well. So honestly speaking, the whole experience itself was cool, but for you guys watching, man, you don't have to make those same mistakes that I did.
Right.
You know? I want to experience it, and I did, and I'm glad I got to experience it. But overall, bro, all you need is a home cooked meal, a nice fat ass,
MC Hammer,
and 1 or 2 luxury cars that you like, and that's it.
You remember MC Hammer?
Yeah.
What did he have? 56 million?
Bro, that nigga went broke. But again, I can see why, because you get caught up in the lifestyle. You don't ever want to give it up.
No, yeah.
But I could
That
do
happens, yeah.
Now I could go to the park with my dog, just chill, play some League of Legends with my chicken. Just
Yeah.
You know, you don't
because
need
you've tasted that, you've had it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's nice. I've had it, but do I need to continue doing this to feel different about myself or who I am or to add value to this world? No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't. You don't. Honestly, you don't. So it's been fun, but
So yeah, man, that's what I would say. Save that money, bro. Stay away from the luxury bullshit. It's all a scam anyway.
Yep.
So yeah. All right, who's up next?
I appreciate it, guys.
All right. I think we're gonna have an after hours for you guys here in a little bit. I'll answer a few more questions and we'll close this thing out. How long have you been going now?
I was just reading that.
Yeah, the circular blue shit.
It's funny. I said that. She's like, "What does that mean?" Nigga, it beats me if I know.
All right, what do we got up next?
We have 6889, you're up. 6889, you're up.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, man? What's your question?
I just have a quick question. So I recently made about 6 figures on a Trump coin, and I was just wondering what's the best way of
claiming
not
profits?
paying as much taxes as declaring, as a short capital gain
You
tax.
made money on the MAGA coin.
What?
Now you're trying to get that shit out without.
Did you
getting
make it in
destroyed.
2024 or did you do it in 2025?
25.
No, I made it in 2025, right in the beginning.
Okay. All right. So just see how the year plays out. At the end of the year, I could give you one strategy. So I don't know. Do you have other coins that you have that are kind of like down 90, 80, 90% or whatever that you're just kind of hanging on to?
Yeah, I mean, after the Trump coin, I've been playing a lot of meme coins, and I think I lost like 10 to 15 grand.
Okay. So then you could use those to harvest losses. I don't know what projects you're in, but you could wait to the end of the year to do it just to see where you're at, just to see how the market goes and see where you're at. And then right at the end of the year, because right now we have, the IRS does not consider, they don't have the tax harvesting rule where you have to you can't do it like it's called wash sales for stocks. So if you buy something, you can't buy it back within 30 days. So you can do that with crypto though, because it's not considered a stock. It's considered an asset. So you can buy it back, like you can sell it on, December 30th or 31st and buy it back, the beginning of the year, like on the 1st or 2nd of January. If you want those assets and you think those assets are going to go up. Like, there's a lot of people with like what they, what is that? Freaking pulse chain, that went down, and then there's still you got the diehards. They're going, oh, this is going to go up, and it's still down like I don't know, at least 80-90%. Something similar to that. Like if you have something in your portfolio holding, wait it to the end of the year, see where you're at, sell it, and if you think that thing's going to come back, just buy it back in the beginning of the year, and then you can harvest that loss and net it against your gain on the Trump coin.
That makes a lot of sense. I appreciate for that.
You got it.
Solution. All right, you guys have a good day.
All
right. Cool. What else do we got?
You got any chats there or no?
Yeah, we can read some chats and close out because I don't know where is Chris here yet or no?
Not yet, but we can start getting ready.
Yeah, because we're gonna get going for after hours here in a little bit.
Master Debater. Hey Myron, I watched your morning routine video and it was very inspiring. My only issue is, do I have to wear the Rolex while working out and showering? It can be quite uncomfortable.
This guy's crazy.
All right. What else do we got? I'm sure you already knew, blew the last dollar I gave you on Plan B, so here's one more fresh. Get yourself something nice this time.
Hey, man, my savings from having a kid, bro. It's a W.
All right. Steve is the best. If Steve is too backed up with clients for accounting, my accountant in Chicagoland area could most likely help anyone here who needs an accountant I trust. DM me on One Chest.
APAC Trucker?
APAC Trucker for my accountant's info. All right, thanks, bro. I watched Fresh's routine, but I have a question. Do I seriously need the bananas and Saratoga water? Can I use coconut water instead? Anyhow. W Fresh, W Myron, W Bills and Mo, and L Chris for being a bum. Chris at 8 a.m. We do it live. Takes a sip of Henny.
What the fuck? Yo. Yep, that's his car.
That's nice.
Hey, yo, Mo, put that up. Absolute cheat code.
That's the
2023 BMW paid off fresh. Look out for me. I'm always on the road. So the lore of this is that like a pink car does get you a lot of attention, and girls love pink cars. So go figure, you're gonna get girls hit you up. Oh my God, nice car! I love your car, babe. So you want to get inside? Just kidding. But no, it does bring to your car a lot of attention.
Myron, we're on YouTube, Myron.
Yeah,
we're on YouTube. We're comedians.
There is a method to the madness, at least. So I get it.
Hello, Myron. I heard on the last episode of Debrief you'll be coming out to Austin next week, and I'm so mad I will be missing another chance to meet you. I'll be in military training next week in another state. Serving Benjamin. I see what you did there. Hopefully soon you guys will have a meetup in Texas W Debrief. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I haven't locked it in yet, but I'm thinking about going next week. Do some shit with InfoWars. But it would be like a day or two. I'd come back immediately. I'd be out there for 24 to 48 hours max. I think the real discussion when it comes to an expunged record is whether or not the expunged record can disqualify you from a licensed position, not necessarily whether or not it can be reviewed or seen from a government agency. The reason I say this is because I had a felony expunged in North Carolina. I was able to obtain my CCWP in Florida. When I got fingerprinted, my record doesn't show up. Also, when obtaining my RN license or when I do a personal FBI background check on myself. Interesting.
Depends on the age, maybe.
Something's off there,
Was he a minor?
but that's fine.
Maybe it was a minor.
Uncle Luke is crazy, bro. And he gets photos in the actual super chat.
Also, a sealed record versus an expunged record are two separate things. If it's a state offense, always follow it with the laws of that state in which you were convicted, and if it's not a federal crime. All right, well, being a convicted felon having a gun is a federal crime, bro. So the state might protect you, but it's still a federal crime. Dan KG says, I made an LLC for my gym clothing brand a year and half ago and realized later that Myron was right. It's difficult to build it up. I've had the LLC over a year now and haven't spent or made a dime last year. Should I disband it now and later on when I'm ready to make a new LLC for when I'm ready?
Yeah,
something?
definitely. Yeah. So yeah, don't keep it hanging out there because the IRS is going to still be looking for filing. So just do a final on it and just
But I
deal
told
with
you
the
guys
state
that
too.
the merge gang is very difficult if you don't have a platform, bro. Nobody's gonna buy your shit if they don't know you.
Yeah. Also, Steve spoke about as well last podcast. Why start LLC without making any money at all? Remember you mentioned that?
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to have a legitimate business that you're profiting and you're making money before you get incorporated and go through the hassle of paying the fee, doing all the administrative paperwork and everything. So so that definitely, if this thing is not being used, don't keep it out there because the jurisdiction of the state plus the annual report for the registered agent, they're going to look for that fee and that filing and the federal is going to be looking for the tax return too. So just do a final, check the box final in it, and then you'll be taken out of the IRS repository, and they won't be looking for filings in next year.
All
right. Who's up next? Chats?
Actually, there are some donations from Castle Club in
All
the
right.
phone line.
What else? Oh, on the phone lines?
Yes.
How many more? 1 or 2 more? All right, we'll knock out 2 more phone calls, guys, and then we're going to close out because I do got to talk with Steve about some of my tax stuff anyway, actually.
Yes.
So.
6. Oh, you want to do this one?
I'll read the chats, then we'll finish off on the phone calls. Hey, Steve, well, AI constantly advancing. How is it affecting the accounting field currently, and what do you think will replace in the field? I'm currently working on acquiring my CPA out of Toronto and have some concerns on how it will affect the field.
I mean, the only thing I can see it right now helping us do is like create emails and do some research tax-wise and to respond to customer client stuff, like memos and, writing to the IRS. But as far as like the automated stuff, that's already been in play, like I'd say for the past like 15, 20 years, like, linking your bank account with QuickBooks, all the data from the bank goes in there, and you could link your credit cards as well. All the data goes into these accounting programs, and then intuitively the accounting program kind of understands where certain transactions go based on their label. So we've already had kind of like AI for a long time. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I could foresee in the next few years where an AI can actually go out. You can program an agent to actually look at documents, pull data off of that document, and know exactly where it goes on a field. That's, I guess, the next step. And hypothetically, I guess we could see that in the future. But it hasn't had too much of an impact. But it's going to make a lot of the mundane tasks a lot easier in our industry.
All right. Shout out to Santos, gifted 5 subscriptions to Fresh Fit. Appreciate that, my friend.
Shout out to you, bro.
What do we got here? Okay, 1775 coffee. 1775 coffee. Basically, guys, if you're still drinking weak corporate coffee, you're doing life wrong. 1775 coffee is for men who actually stand for something bold, strong, and unapologetically American. It's the official coffee of Rumble, roasted fresh, none of that woke ESG garbage. Whole bean, ground or pods, however you brew it, it hits hard. Go to 1775coffee.com, use code FRESH for 50% off, and every dollar enters you to win a Cybertruck and 30K cash. Be a man, drink real coffee, 1775. And guys, go support 1775 coffee. Like you guys know, Rumble's had our back. We've been demonetized for damn near 2 years now.
Yep.
We don't know if we'll ever get it back, but Rumble's been there with us. And, shout out to Steven Crowder, by the way, and a bunch of other guys who went only on Rumble today. I give them a Don DeMarco. Yep. Not streaming on YouTube anymore. They're only streaming on Rumble. So we'll probably be joining here soon with that shit, man, because YouTube pisses me off too, as you guys know. We just use YouTube basically to convert some more people over to the Rumble side, because Rumble really is the free speech app and it's the best platform, bro.
Definitely is.
And I know some of you guys complain about UI and shit like that. Trust me, it's gonna get better. And if YouTube keeps up this censorship, bro, you're gonna see pretty much all the political commentators, all the people that have any type of content that could be deemed as controversial coming on over to Rumble. So there's already a bunch of guys over there, man. So Rumble is the home of free speech. So support 1775 Coffee, support Rumble. That is the home base for us. You guys already know. It's always going to be our priorities whenever we stream. If we stream on YouTube, it's only for the purpose of bringing more people to Rumble at this point. So shout out to Rumble, man, and Castle Club and all you guys and free speech. What else we got?
We have 6923. You are up. 6923. You are up.
Welcome to the show.
All right.
Hey, how you doing? I have a little bit of an issue right now. Basically, I have $15 million in assets. I have $20 million in liquid cash. And I just find myself just, sitting inside of my mansion most of the time just thinking about how I'm going to slap the fuck out of Myron. This is Millionaire Bachelor.
Look at him. He's like laughing.
The last time that you hung up on me last time like a bitch.
Bro, you talking about your money and your mansion, bro?
Stutter and Stanley. I'm not talking to you,
but you're
Stutter and
calling
Stanley.
this show, nigga. So, respectfully, nigga, you're a bum.
Stutter and Stanley.
You're a bum, bro.
Stutter and Stanley.
You are a bum.
Stutter and Stanley.
You're calling our show.
You don't have
I'm
more
a millionaire, bro.
You don't have more money than me. How am I a bum and you're sucking dick to get Rumble deals?
You don't know how much money I have. Actually, nobody does. This
Bro,
was
you
funny
don't
part.
have you have no
We
money.
appreciate the call and the viral clip. Thanks for the viral clip. We appreciate that. I'm gonna use that in my social media too.
All right,
I'm in my
Myron Gaines
mansion.
and Stuttering Stanley.
I'm in my mansion.
I call y'all motherfuckers.
And I have all this money, but I'm calling into someone else's show because I'm a bum. Oh my God.
I'm sitting inside of my swimming pool right now with a bitch. What are you talking about?
That's good,
I think
nigga.
this is fun.
Well, why are you calling us then?
Why are you calling us, bro?
Wait, call us
Jesus,
then.
go get busy.
Like, why are you calling into a show if you're so, rich and everything? And here's the thing, bro. I already know who you are. You do realize that, right?
Because-
I know your real name, Lyson. You're a failed R&B singer and a failed rapper as well.
You actually don't because that's a lie.
We know who you are.
No. That's a lie. That's not even me.
No,
You guys are morons.
No,
That's
we know
not
who you are,
even
bro.
me, you morons.
We know who you are. Because here's the thing, right?
You guys got capped by
This nigga,
another
bro.
moron.
This nigga.
That's
See,
not even
here's
me.
the thing, right?
Yes.
See, bro, I find it interesting, right? Guys like you are trying to make a name for yourself, but you're too scared to show your face. You're too scared to show who you are. Let me give you a tip, bro, because your YouTube channel has failed and nobody watches you. No one's going to watch you if they don't know who you are. If they don't know who the man is behind. And the reality is, any man, we work towards a name. The fact that you don't want to reveal your name, who the fuck you really are, tells me that you're a fucking coward. This is why you're on a faceless account. You hide your identity. Because at the end of the day, bro, you're a failed R&B singer and a failed rapper. We know who you are, bro. All right, nigga, so I'd be mad too if I were you. So go ahead and sit in your mansion or whatever the fuck you claim you have and watch us, nigga, like you already are. But at the end of the day, bro, we're more successful than you. We're more known than you. We've helped more people than you have, and we've created more value in the world. So you can just sit there and hate like you are, because I find it pathetic that you've been watching our show now for damn near 2 hours. You decided to call in to talk shit. It makes zero sense. But Saints already exposed you, you bitch-ass nigga. So there's not even a point to talk to you. We already know who you are. That's why you have that weird, soft-ass voice, because you're a failed R&B singer. And you're a failed rapper as well.
If you put as much energy into something productive than this, man, you'd probably be successful.
Yeah, bro. Saint already exposed your bitch-ass nigga. You're a nobody. So, with that said, fuck off. Nigga talking about, yeah, fucking coward. Talk about you gonna smack people. Nigga, you don't even show your face. You don't even show your name. You're a coward for real. Like, you can't sit here and talk shit about niggas when you're using an Anon YouTube account. Get the fuck out of here, bro. All right, who's up next?
Drop him?
Yeah, drop that nigga, bro.
All right.
Fucking weirdo, bro.
Who's your favorite R&B singer? Dylon, Lyson.
Yeah, bro.
Lyson.
Like, this nigga Saint already bodied this nigga, bro, and exposed his real name and all that shit, bro.
Yo, Margaret don't play, bro.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yo, bro.
Bitch ass nigga.
You don't want to have Margaret as your enemy, bro. Just saying.
So.
Just saying.
All right. I guess this could be the last one. 1616, you're up. 1616, you're up.
That guy was funny as fuck, bro. Holy shit. So what's up, Mark? What's up, Fresh?
What's up, man?
Yep. What's up, man?
I just had a quick question for Steve. So, I know you work with a lot of small businesses. What, if any, business insurance would you recommend? I know it's kind of a weird question, but I know you work with a lot of small businesses.
What type of work do you do?
I'm sorry?
What type of work are you doing?
Restaurant.
Restaurant? So you definitely want workers' comp. Workers' comp insurance, because you're always going to have somebody cut their finger or slip and fall. And then you probably want to like an umbrella policy or something like that. You could talk to your insurance agent about getting something like that if you have other assets that you need to protect on personal side. Because the corporate shield only protects you for a certain amount, but you're always going to be personally held liable for certain things. General liability insurance. Yeah, definitely. That's got to probably be something that you're going to want to talk to, a good insurance guy. Do you have somebody already you're working with on the insurance side?
Yeah. We use Hartford. I don't know if you heard of them before.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have Hartford.
But I feel like they're too expensive. They're getting too expensive. But that's why I was asking.
I mean, you could shop it out. You have State Farm. You have other companies out there that you could shop it out to.
Right.
The lines too. To get a more competitive rate and make sure that the caps that you're getting on them, are equivalent to, because sometimes they'll say, oh, we could save you money, but then you're not getting as much coverage. So you got to be careful for that. Yeah, so I would say, definitely start there. You want the general liability. You want definitely the workers' comp, especially in a restaurant, because you're always going to have injuries. People are always going to, slip and fall or whatever.
So workers' comp and umbrella policy.
Well, the umbrella policy. Do you have other assets like like real estate holdings? You own your own house or have any other investment properties?
No, mainly just a restaurant.
Okay, so
But
maybe you're not there yet. Yeah,
so
so maybe just the general liability and workers right now to start with.
Okay. And do you do accounting like out of state?
Yeah, well, I
Or
mean, I
is
have
it-
clients that from
Okay.
yeah, I have clients out of Florida. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for the free game, man. I just seen on your bio like it costs $200-300. So it means a lot for you to come out here to Fresh and Fit and give people like free game.
Appreciate
Real
it.
shit.
Yep, you got it.
And one last question. This is not a hater question. Fresh, why you ducking Sneeko, bro? You called him out.
Who's ducking him?
You ducking him, bro.
How?
You called him out, and then now.
No.
you're saying-
Explain to me how I'm ducking him. Please, in full detail. Explain how.
In full detail, explain how you're ducking him.
Yes.
Hold on one second, brother.
See,
He's
his
gotta go
problem,
get his
right?
notes. I gotta go
His
get my
problem.
notes.
No. I'm gonna tell you what happened, bro.
What the
I'm
hell?
gonna tell you what happened, right, bro?
I don't remember the full context.
I'm gonna drop this whole expose
on Twitter. I don't
tomorrow
remember
on
that
the
shit.
podcast. I'm gonna show you in detail why Aiden lied, Sneeko lied, and the truth shall be revealed, my friend. Nobody duck shit, nigga. We're still gonna do shit. But
Okay, I don't want you to duck. I want to see
hold
that
on.
fight happen.
We're gonna do it on the podcast, bro. Tomorrow, trust me, I got you,
Hey,
brother.
that's even
Don't worry,
better.
I
I
got
don't
you,
want
got
to
you.
Tune in
duck.
on
I
a
want to
fresh
see
start.
that fight happen.
Yeah, no, they made these
I want
crazy,
you guys
crazy
to
headlines, bro.
watch the
That's
beef in the
all
ring like
false.
that.
Even Elon Musk's Grok said that it was a lie. But don't worry, bro. I got y'all niggas, man. Nobody ducked shit.
It did say that,
Okay,
yeah.
we didn't duck
Bro,
shit.
bro, I'm not saying that you ducked. I
Nigga,
don't
you just
want to
did.
duck.
You
I
just
was-
said fresh.
I
Why you
seen that
ducking
on Twitter.
Sneeko? Bro, he needs to pray for some help. Because
That's
he
what
needs
Aiden
help
and
coming
Sneeko
up pretty
said,
soon. Just saying. It's all good, though.
That's what Aiden and Sneeko said, bro. I don't know the context,
Well,
but that's what I seen on
you're
Twitter.
going to find out tomorrow.
I'm happy that you're not ducking.
Nobody duck, bro.
All right.
All right.
Hey, he's not ducking, chat. So if it doesn't happen, shit, he was capping. All right.
All right, brother.
All right, thanks for calling in, man.
That's it.
All right, we will be live with some lovely ladies, guys, here probably within the hour. I'm thinking about 11 o'clock, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the call-in show.
Yeah.
That fucking weirdo, that nigga didn't expect that. Bro, we know who you are, nigga.
Yo.
And if you keep doing this shit, I'm going to show who the fuck you really are, because I know exactly who you are, nigga. We got your pictures and all that shit, you soft as a fucking baby's bottom.
Why would you try to
Soft-ass voice.
target
Fat girl titties.
And you're right. He waited the whole
federal
time.
agent, bro?
Bro, nigga's an
Sitting the
idiot,
whole
man.
time.
Fucking
Stalker.
weirdo. Bro, it's not how you
crazy,
build an
man.
audience, bro.
Also,
It's a
what
towards
what
things.
person with money says, "Oh, bro,
Nobody, yeah,
I
yeah.
got
Hear
all
my
this
$20
money."
million mansion and shit. Like,
Bro,
you're a
no one
cornball.
does that.
Nobody says that shit. Anyway, yeah, man, you're a weirdo. Top Shay, hello, Steve and F&F gentlemen. Question: I'm a new business owner. What are the following things I need to look forward to prepare for tax season 2026?
So, I mean, one of the things I mentioned earlier in the show is that the 2017 jobs tax cut is going to sunset this year in 2025. So hopefully it gets renewed so we keep the tax rates for everything lower and we get better credits for next year. So that's the only thing to look out for, to see if they get that renewed and extend these tax cuts that we had for the rates. It's going to go about 2 and some, like maybe 2.5% across the board for everybody. The standard deduction that we have is about 30 grand. That's going to go back down to 18. And then there's going to bring back the exemption, which is about $4,500 per kid or dependent. So you would have to have like 5 kids for it to make sense. So if that goes away, that's going to be worse. Plus the cap on the income is up to $600,000 now before it hits the highest rate. That's going to be going down to $400,000 back to what it was pre-2017. So hopefully this thing gets renewed, and we'll keep you guys posted.
All right. Shit. Cool. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We'll be back in about an hour with some lovely ladies. Timestamps will be back very soon. Peace.
Peace.